Hi, my name is Ricky Ward. Listen, if you are a dealer and you're having issues with your inventory, you actually want to solve those issues, you're going to want to watch this video. Stick with me for a second. I was just recently on a phone call with a dealer. We're working with each other in the future, but he was expressing some of his concerns. He said, Ricky, right now I feel like I'm just wasting all of my marketing dollars and my advertising dollars. And I said, well, why do you feel that way? And he said, well, we're spending all this money to go find buyers and we don't even have any cars to sell. We're down to 30. We used to have 150, 200 cars on our lot. And if you feel like you're in that same position, I want to introduce you guys to a vehicle. I want to show you the game you need to be playing to actually solve that problem. This is actually going to be very similar to what Carvana is doing. So just pay attention to this, okay? The vehicle you need to be in for you to solve this problem, the game you need to play. Number one is email marketing. And don't worry, I know I'm getting very technical right now, but I'm going to dumb this down so that everyone can understand. Search engine optimization. In other words, in a nutshell, this is showing up organically when someone is actually on Google looking for you guys, or Bing looking for you guys, or Yahoo, right? The next is going to be paid advertising. This is really how you ramp a lot of this stuff up, right? So realistically, these are the three spaces that you need to be playing in. These are your vehicles. If you are not playing in these vehicles, it's not going to work for you. If you're not playing these games here, you guys will never fix your inventory problem. And as a matter of fact, this is the same game that Carvana is playing, the same game that Vroom is playing, and this is allowing them to buy hundreds of cars nationwide. You don't need to go nationwide. You just need to dominate your specific servicing area. Okay, so the first section of this is going to be email marketing. You have to be playing in this game. So I'm going to show you how easy it is. All you're going to do is gather your resources, which is going to be your list, people who have bought cars from your dealership for as long as you've been open, people that are filling out forms. Take that list. All you're going to do is send an email to that list. That list is going to open up the email. They're going to click, go to your website, fill out the form, or call you. It's truly just that simple, right? So you can still mess this up, believe it or not, right? So let me show you the metrics that is going to determine how successful you are when it comes to email marketing. So number one, we're going to go over your list. So how big your list is, the size. So we're just going to say you got a list of 10,000 people, right? And I'm giving out rough numbers, okay? Number two is going to be opens. This is highly important. If you have a list of 10,000 people and you only get 100 people to open, you're probably not going to buy anything, because if you understand this here, it goes from list, open, click, website. And each section is going to have a drop off. So if you only get 100 people out of the 10,000 to open, you're not going to succeed in this. And then you're going to say this doesn't work. So what determines someone opening up an email? Well, I'll tell you, it's going to be the headline. There's a right way to do this and there's a wrong way to do this. So do not put in the headline, "We buy cars." Like just that. I mean, and I'm saying this literally because I know a lot of you guys are going to, oh yeah, that's no problem. We're just going to gather the list. The headline inside of the email is going to say, hey, we're buying cars, right? That's not going to work, okay? You need to have a compelling headline that's actually going to get people to open. A real good open rate, just so that you can measure this, 25% should be a really good open rate. So if you get 25% of this 10,000 to actually open up that email, you're going to have a successful campaign. So we actually have templates for you to actually give to you so that you can get this right, because you can get it wrong. So if you don't know what to put in your headline, if you don't know what's been tested, we have a free consultation where inside of the consultation where we help you guys put all this together. But not only do we give that to you for free, but we actually give you the templates for headlines so you can actually use them so you can get straight to the market, okay? So another is you're going to be your click-through rate. So if no one clicks and goes to your website, you can't get a conversion. So what is going to determine your click-through rate, which means, hey, you got them to open it up. You open up the email. Now they have to click to go to the website so they can call you or fill out a form, right? So what is going to be the determining factor of your click-through rate it's going to be your copy and your offer. This is crucial. You can mess this up. Again, if you're not familiar with copywriting, if you're not familiar, you don't have a real good offer, you don't know what your offer is, then again, set up that consultation call. We actually have templates for you. But when I speak copy, so that you understand, all that is just the text information inside of the email. That's it. So if you have a compelling headline, you get 25% of the people to open up the email, and inside of the email you're saying, hey, we buy cars. Click here if you want to sell your car. And you leave it at that, you're never going to buy cars. It's just not going to happen. So your copy has to be compelling. But most importantly, what I think is the most important thing is your offer. So a lot of people are going to default to the generic offer. Again, we're buying cars, right? That's not a good example. A good offer, which I actually have one of my dealers doing right now, is we'll give you $250 if we cannot beat your other quotes. So in a nutshell, if they come to our website and we offer them a cash value of $10,000 for their car, or $15,000, and someone offers them $17,000, well, they're going to capitalize on the $17,000, plus we're going to write them a check for $250. Hey, that's a no-brainer. I might as well go ahead and fill out that form and get in communication with them, or call them and give them my information, right? That's a compelling offer. A lot of people are going to default to, hey, we buy your car, and to a certain extent, buying your car is an offer. Like, hey, we buy your car. Now, do not keep it generic like that, right? Again, if you need help with this, reach out to us. We do offer consultation calls. They're completely 100% free, and we give you all of this stuff so that you can plug and play. So once you get someone to click through, a good click-through rate, by the way, just to give you some metrics on that, 10%, that's pretty good. Right? So let's just say 2,500 people open, you get 250 people to come over to your form from your offer. You got to understand, the offer pre-sales it, right? Once they see the offer, hey, I get $250. Once they go to your website, they're kind of pre-sold at that point. They're just like, okay, so what do I need to do next? Do I need to call them, or do I just need to fill out a form, right? It's pretty cut and dry on that, right? So your website, or wherever your landing page, wherever you're taking these people to, obviously you need to make sure you have it optimized correctly. So you need to make sure you got a phone number for them to call, or at least have a form that captures the VIN number, that captures the miles, that captures the contact information. So make sure you have that on your landing page, make sure you have that on your website. But what's most important is connecting this information to your sales team. So again, if this gets too technical and you don't have a way because let me take a step back. What can happen is someone fills out a form and you don't have any automation behind that for that to go to someone who actually bids out the car. And now you got a lead sitting in there that's hot, that's sitting in there because they didn't call you for 72 hours before you actually realize that they've already sold their car. So you do have to have some automation behind this. You also want to make sure that everybody that is inquiring, that you're capturing their email, so you can go back to, we can increase, again, this list here. So that's the goal, right? So if they don't answer you, or I want to think about it, right? You want to have some automated emails that go out. That's going to be attached to your website, and then the automation as well. So if this is confusing you guys, again, we already have templates for the emails. We have templates for the landing pages. We set up the automation for you, and this is all free, by the way. This is part of the consultation, so I highly advise you guys to at least take advantage of it. Okay, so email marketing, very simple. I kept it super short. Sweet, straight to the point. Okay, so the next phase is going to be paid ads. Paid ads, okay? So we're gonna break this down into a couple different sections. So paid ads are going to be our main generators, are Facebook, Google, YouTube. These are the vehicles that you need to be advertising on. These are your main vehicles. Don't worry about anything else other than this, right? Some of you guys don't even need to worry about YouTube. So with Facebook, we're gonna go through the strategies as to how that works, okay? How to use that correctly. Because believe it or not, there is a wrong way to do it. So you don't want to spend money on something and it does not work, and then you go, well, Facebook doesn't work, or well, Google doesn't work, or YouTube doesn't work, because you're not. getting it to work. You're not doing it the right way. Same thing with Google and same thing with YouTube. By the way, these two are kind of the same. And what I mean by that is when a user is on these sites, they are searching for something, okay? They are typing in something. They're actively involved in solving a problem or a need or a want. When someone is on social media, which is going to be Facebook, they're not on there to solve a problem. I guarantee you that. Unless they go on there for like Facebook Marketplace, but for the most part, they are on there to socialize, right? That's what it's for. So the way you run paid ads with this is going to be totally different from the way you run paid ads with Facebook, okay? And we're gonna go into that. But you have to be using these, vehicles or you won't be able to get to the next level. All right, so first and foremost, we're gonna start with Facebook, okay? And I'm gonna show you exactly how this works. It's super simple, right? So number one, you're gonna have an ad, right? Which could be a video, and then they have a little link here where they go over to what we call a landing page where they give us their VIN information. And they fill out the form, right? Landing page. And then you have a last step, which is a thank you page. And we're gonna go over this. So ad, the way you break down an ad to get an ad to work is similar to email marketing, okay? So I'm going to dumb this down a little bit. So you have an ad, the ad gets someone to go over to the landing page or the website, they fill out the form or they pick up the phone and they call you, and then they go to a thank you page, okay? And the way you use these are all totally going to be different, okay? And I'm going to go over that. So first things first, whenever you're running an ad, the only things that you have to worry about with an ad are number one, where you're getting the audience from, who is your audience. Number two, the copy, or which I should just dumb it down to clicks. And then number three, conversion. Okay, super simple, straight to the point. So what we're gonna go over is audience. So again, this is going to go back to gathering your materials, and you can take your sold list, your unsold list, your dead list. You can take all the context that you possibly have and you can give it to Facebook, and Facebook will find that audience and make a specialized audience, which is called a custom audience, which they take all those people and they say, hey, you can target these people. They put them in a bucket, okay? So now that you have your audience, and by the way, I recommend that you do that. If you have any issues with creating that, if you don't know how to take your list, or if you don't know how to take your unsold, your entire contact list and make an audience inside of Facebook, again, our free consultation, part of that is actually setting that up for you. And again, it's free. We don't charge you for that. But we can take care of that for you. But you want to have that audience, because when you put this ad down their news feed, this ad, again, just like when someone opens up an email, right? The first thing it has to do is stop them in their tracks, right? So it has to stop them, grab their attention very quickly. And then once you grab their attention, right, then you need to get them to actually click over to your landing page. That's where the conversion actually happens. And then you take advantage of the thank you page by saying, wait, you're not done yet. If you call us now, then we'll give you an additional $500 for, you know, what we bid. I'm just throwing this out there, right? Just an offer. If you call us now, we'll do this, or if you call us now, we'll do X, right? So I'm gonna put an offer here, okay? Because what you're trying to minimize when you give an offer on the thank you page is you're minimizing if they fill out a form, they fill out the form and then, you know, they ghost you, right? So, hey, you fill out a form, but if you call us now, we'll do X, right? If you need examples on how to make these offers, get a hold of us. Take advantage of that free consultation. We'll help you on that. So let's go down to copy. So when I say copy, I am talking about the text, okay? I'm talking about what you're saying, persuasiveness. What is the offer? Why should I click over here and put my information in, right? So inside of your copy, and this is probably what most of you guys are gonna do, right? So you're gonna create an ad and you're gonna say, hey, we buy cars. If you wanna sell your car, click this link, and that's it. And you're not gonna get anybody clicking your link, right? So again, these are some of your metrics. So click through, your click and conversion is what you're tracking. Right on top of your click is gonna be your reach. So if you reach 100 people, and I'm just throwing out rough numbers, and you get one person to click through and you hope that you're going to have one conversion here, right? You're probably nuts, right? You realistically need to be reaching, 1,000 people, and from that, getting 250 to actually click through on the landing page, and from that, converting 80 or 100, right? That's really how it works. Those are really kind of the numbers there. But if your copy is wrong, this will not work, okay? So if what you say to them, if you don't have an offer, like, hey, again, inside of here, the offer for you to come over here and fill out this form would be, we'll give you $250 if someone outbeats us on our bid, right? So either way, you come out on top. That's a good offer. That may give someone to actually click through and submit their VINs. Now, a lot of you guys may be asking, well, Ricky, just before you told me everybody that's on Facebook is not necessarily looking to do something. They're not necessarily looking to sell their car, right? They're just on there socializing. So why should I be advertising on Facebook? So number one, it's all going to depend on your audience. So you're going to have different levels of your audience, okay? So there's different volumes, and I'm going to kind of draw this out as best as I possibly can, okay? So this outer ring here is going to represent code, right? And what I mean by code is they don't necessarily have the need or the want. They never really thought about it, right? Warm is going to be, maybe I thought about it, or hey, I know about that dealership. Maybe that is a good idea, right? Hot is, hey, we know they're looking to sell their car. So how do you get the hot is what I want to show you guys. So this is going to come into play whenever you are doing Google ads or YouTube ads. And the reason why I say this is because if you can rank or find someone on a search engine that is looking to solve that problem, which is I want to sell my car. So someone goes on Google and says how to sell my car online or sell my car online. You can get them to come over to your landing page from Google, right? You can actually drop a cookie into their pocket that will allow you to actually retarget that traffic with this ad. So in a nutshell, they're hot, right? Because they found us from outside marketing besides Facebook, and they were looking on Google, hit my page. I created an audience of those people, and then I put that ad down their newsfeed. That's how you do that, right? So this is Facebook marketing. This is the vehicle. This is how you actually use this vehicle to actually buy inventory, okay? But this isn't the only vehicle. You have to use them in conjunction with each other. So we're going to go into Google next. All right, so next is going to be Google Ads. How to actually use Google Ads to buy cars. So there are a couple different things. The first thing I'm going to start with that is important is keywords, okay? So what is really going to determine your success is how accurate you are with your keywords. A keyword, to make it very simple for you to understand, is what someone actually searches inside of Google. So a keyword could be me, I'm on Google and I type in sell my car online. That is a keyword, okay? So you tell Google, this is the keyword that I want to rank for. Google says, okay, cool. We'll put your ad in front of everybody that's typing in this keyword. Those people will come over to your site and you will convert them there. And that's really how simple it is. Now, again, we just went over Facebook, and I want to reiterate this, that if someone comes over, if someone that is typing in sell my car online sees your ad, comes over to your website and does not convert, you can put them inside of an audience, right? You can put them in a bucket. You can say, hey, these are all the people that was on my site that did not convert. And you can actually put a Facebook retargeting ad in front of them. And this is how you build up an audience for Facebook of the people that you know are hot. Because again, there is not a checkbox that states, I'm looking to sell my car on Facebook. And people don't go on Facebook to sell their car, right? They just use Google. So it would not be effective for you to just target any and everybody inside of a mile radius on Facebook. This is really how you do that. This is how you use Facebook. So anyway, going back to Google, keywords, find the keywords that you want to rank for, which a keyword can be sell my car online, sell my car fast, whatever, Carvana, sell my car. Those are all keywords. You have an ad, they come over to your website, they convert. So you can do this wrong, by the way, right? And if you do this wrong, okay, you're going to say Google doesn't work. We're going to start with the keywords. I'm going to give you guys some simple things to understand so you don't mess this up. So let's just say you want to rank for the keyword of sell my car online, which, by the way, you guys can actually look this up. This is one of the highest search volume keywords that is being queued inside of Google. So I just gave you guys one of your keywords. From there, you can find other keywords around it. What a lot of you guys are going to do, the mistake that is going to happen, I promise you this is going to happen, okay? When Google says, tell me what keywords you want to put in so that your ad can show up for, you guys are going to do just this, sell my car online, and you will fail because you did not put it in with brackets around it. And I don't want to confuse you, but when you do not have the brackets around it, this will be entered in as a phrase match. Stop the video and Google phrase match. They'll give you some insights on that. But what if, in a nutshell, this could not unexpected, but what this will do is incorrectly find the people that you're actually looking for. Instead of looking for people that want to sell their car online, you may incorrectly, and it's not your fault, but it happens, with a phrase match, without putting the brackets around it, you don't have any brackets, and you put it in just like this, sell my car online, a phrase match will allow Google to go ahead and rearrange this. So they can show your ad in front of people that put my car online sale or sale, either or. Google can rearrange this. That is a phrase match. When you put brackets around it, that is called an exact match, which means they have to type in sell my car online. Anything else other than that, if they put a period, they're done. If they put an I at the end, they're done, right? It is sell my car online. That is it. If they rearrange this around, it won't show, right? So always make sure you have your brackets and you're doing an exact match. You do this wrong, you won't get results, and then you'll say Google doesn't work. So I'm trying to show you guys how to not do this. And again, if this is getting too complicated and you don't, as a matter of fact, if you don't even know what keywords to target, again, we offer a free consultation, and inside of that free consultation, we actually offer you a keyword template for you to actually go in and plug and play, right? If you haven't noticed, Sell My Car Online is used nationwide. So you're going to use this for your service area. So if you're in KC, right, Kansas City, it's going to be Sell My Car Online inside the KC area. If you're in Dallas, it's going to be Sell My Car Online inside of the Dallas area. So we have a template that we can give to you as part of the free consultation so that you guys don't have to worry about coming up with keywords and figuring that stuff out. But you can't do this wrong. All right, another thing, again, ad. We kind of touched on ads in the Facebook section, but you can do this wrong. The major components inside of an ad is number one, a headline, and number two, a description box. So it should look something like this. You have big, bold text in the headline, which are big claims. And then you have little descriptions inside. Okay? This is just kind of like email marketing. This is your open, right? So inside of your headline, if you put, let's say you're ranking for the keywords, you do this part right. You get the keywords right, okay? You do it right. You screw this up. This doesn't matter at this point, right? So I'm going to show you the right way to do it. So when you're creating an ad, what is going to dictate if that person takes action, not only click through to your website, that's one thing, but actually take action on your website is another thing. So to get people to actually take an action on your website, you must have a compelling offer inside of your ad. If you do not, you're going to get people that click, and don't do anything, and you're going to wonder if the website's broke or if the landing page is broke, right? Because you don't have an offer. Inside of your ad, what it shows is Dallas, Kansas City dealership, we buy cars. No offer whatsoever, right? An example would be, we'll give you $250 if someone outbids us. Fill out your information, right? Somewhat similar to that, right? So then when they come over here, they have an incentive to actually fill out the form or actually pick up the phone and call you, right? And again, when someone comes over to your website or your landing page, if they fill out a form, if they don't call you, fill out a form, you must have the automation in place so that that information can actually go to whoever's giving that person the bid. So you don't have leads sitting there for 72 hours that you didn't get any notification of and you didn't even know it existed, right? And then you're just spending money and you're burning it up. So we have templates for that, right? So you want to have automated follow-up sequences. So when someone actually fills out a form, you want to get a text, you want to make sure they get a text message, email, automated voice drops, right? So to keep their attention, right? And they also want to bridge that over to whoever's handling the bidding. So we got templates for that. And we also hook that up. That's part of the free consultation. So guys, all this stuff is free. Like, you should take advantage of it if you really want to make a difference. So we just kind of went over a couple different things, but realistically, those are your vehicles. That is the same thing that Carvana is doing. If you don't believe me, actually just type in Google, just type this in, sell my car online. If you're in the Dallas area, I guarantee you're going to see one of my dealers' ads, but just type in, sell my car online, and look at who pops up. Look at where they pop up, right? Are they popping up via Google Ads? Are they popping up via SEO, like organically listing, like ranking without spending any money, which is going to be our next subject? So SEO stands for, if you don't know, search engine optimization. Google optimization. Yahoo optimization. Yahoo is a search engine. Google is a search engine. People go on there and they search things. Search engine optimization. And the optimization in a nutshell, all that stands for is showing up when someone actually puts in something that you want to show up for. So if you're trying to buy cars, you don't want to show up for someone typing in restaurants near me. Okay, it's really just that simple. And it's organically showing up, so you're not spending any money on paid ads to show up, okay? So what we're going to talk about in SEO, for you to play this game effectively, right, you have to understand a couple different things. So you're going to have what we call a service area and a surrounding area. Okay, these are two different things. So a service area could be, let's just say it's Dallas, right? Dallas, Texas. Your dealership is located inside of Dallas, Texas. And what's going to happen is someone's going to be inside of the geolocation of Dallas, Texas, and they're going to type in sell my car online. And again, these are families looking to find a dealership to actually sell their car to. And what's going to happen, make sure you have it in brackets, okay? If you don't know what that means, go back to our Google section. I'm going to tell you exactly what that tells you exactly what that means. So when someone types this in and they're in the geolocation of Dallas, okay, you will show up just like this. If this is the first page, up here at the top, you have your ad section. So this is Google Ads. And then right below that is what we call a 3-pack, where, you have like 5-star reviews, and you have XYZ business, right? And it has their location and hours of operation, okay? And then right below that, this is going to be your SEO section. This is showing up, number one, without spending any money in paid ads, but showing up inside of your servicing area for that specific keyword when someone types that in. Okay. A lot of dealers get this right. And I guarantee you right now, if you type in sell my car online, you guys may have a form on your website, which again, this is how you want this to work. When someone actually clicks on this, they go to the form section of your website. If you're doing this correctly, they're going to go to the form section on your website. But I guarantee you right now, if you type in sell my car online and you do not see your dealership in any of these areas, you are not visible. And this is one of the reasons why you are short on your inventory. If you type this in, I guarantee you're going to see Carvana. I don't even have to look at it. You're going to see Vroom. Okay? And everyone wonders why. how these guys are able to constantly buy cars when everything's going down in the drain, because they're playing in the right, they are using the right vehicles. These are the vehicles that you guys need to be taking advantage of. So what is going to dictate your website showing up here is how your website is actually developed. If there's anything broken on your website, it lowers your chances of actually showing up here, okay? I'm not gonna go too far into that, but if you want us to take a look at your website to diagnose if anything's broken, if you wanna find out why your form on your website is not showing up here, our free consultation inside of that, we give that to you for free. So a lot of these resources that I'm offering to you guys are free. So you guys should take advantage of that, okay? So let's just say this is Dallas, okay? You also want to show up for Irving, right? Which is, oh, I'm doing that wrong, which is your surrounding areas. That's how you do it correctly. And if you do this correctly, you guys will fix your inventory. If you're used to having 200 cars on your lot, you're down to 30, right? I guarantee you your dealership cannot survive off of 30 cars. That is not going to cut it. So a lot of people are wasting marketing dollars and money. See, what's happening, let me show you exactly what's happening. Okay. I'll try to draw this as best as I can. Okay. Buyer is going to represent people who wants to buy cars. Seller is going to represent people who want to sell their cars. Okay. What is happening is you guys, when it comes to your marketing budget, you guys are putting, and I guarantee you this is exactly what's happened. You guys are putting a 95% focus on buyer and putting a 5% focus on finding sellers who wants to sell their car. And this is why you are now currently spending money and you're wasting it. If you are having inventory issues, some of you guys are not having inventory issues, but if you are, you're wasting your money. Right? If you don't have the inventory that you used to have and you're spending all this money to find buyers, but you only got 20 cars, right? It really doesn't matter. If you're used to 200 cars and you sell 30, right? Because you have 30 cars in your inventory, it's really hard to stay in business, right? You know, you guys aren't buying anything extra. So you have to this is where you have to make a shift, okay? You got to look at what my marketing budget is, whether that's, $10,000 a month. Okay, how are you distributing your marketing budget? Are you doing 95% finding people who wants to buy cars and 5% finding people who want to sell their cars? And you end up putting all your eggs in this basket here and you're getting all these buyer leads for the same cars. You're getting 20 people to submit an inquiry on the same car, which makes no sense, right? That's a waste of money. Or are you distributing that over to make sure that you're putting some marketing dollars behind actually building up the inventory? Because guys, right now, you got to understand the supply and demand is totally different. Supply right now is down, but demand right now is up. So half the battle is just having the car. If you have the car, you don't need to spend 95% there. You may only need to spend 20% there. Because you got to understand, when you were spending 95% here, that's because you had 150 cars on your lot, your competition had 200 cars on their lot, the guy down the street from them had 150 cars on the lot, they were all the same cars, and what was happening is, the supply was through the roof, but the demand for those cars were down. Right? So everybody has the same cars, which means you got to outsmart or outbid your competition so that you can actually sell your inventory. Now it's totally different, okay? If you have the car, you pretty much won. So if you guys are truly looking to solve your inventory problem, right? If you really want to make an adjustment, then what I suggest that you do, which should be somewhere on this page or in the comment section, schedule a consultation call. We're actually going to give you all of the resources and tools, like, hey, what keywords do I target? How do I market on Facebook? Email templates. We're going to set up everything for you and give you all of the information that you need to actually get yourself out of where you're at now, right? So if that's something that you're interested in, I would highly recommend that you set up a time for us to talk. But guys, that is the vehicle, right? Just like how we just spoke when we first started this. You know, we all wanted to know what the vehicles were. These are the same things, the same game that Carvana is playing. These are your vehicles. This is what you must play if you want to win. So hopefully you guys found some value out of this video. Again, if you guys are having problems with your inventory, reach out to us. This is what we specialize in, and I would highly recommend that you guys get this jump started within the next 3 days. Like, it's really not that difficult to get everything set up. But if you're having issues in any of these sections, right, again, we offer the resources to you. Just schedule a consultation call and let us know exactly what you need. If you need an email template, if you need a keyword template because you don't know where to start at,